How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Major League Table Tennis. My name is Tiana Cohen, and I'm so excited to welcome you here on the last day of championship weekend. We are about to have our battle for third place here, live from Fremont, California. It's all coming down to this final day as MLTT Championship Weekend continues. Right now, I need your help as we bring out our first team. Please make some noise and welcome the Princeton Revolution. Here they come, the Princeton Revolution are coached by Matthias Havasson. He's followed out by Benedict Ola, Finland, John Chong Guo, USA, Koyo Kanamitsu, Japan, Cho Sung-min, South Korea, Jinchen Wong, USA, and Chen-Tu Chang, Chinese Taipei. Give it up one more time for the Princeton Revolution. And now let's meet their competitors. Please make some noise for the Chicago Wind. Chicago Wind are coached by Eric Owens. He's followed out by Robert Gardos, Austria, Mo Jung, Canada, Jongwoo Park, South Korea, Shamjung, USA, Emmanuel Lebesson, France, Daniel Tran, USA, Alex Kazaku, Romania, and Isaac Villa, Dominican Republic. Give it up one more time for the Chicago Wind. All right, players, let's shake hands and let the games begin.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Major League Table Tennis. The final day of the season begins with a third-place match. Princeton and Chicago playing in a match that nobody wants to participate in. These are the two losers in the semis yesterday. Of course, we saw the Portland Paddlers win a dramatic golden game over Princeton, and the Chicago Wind falling short against the Carolina Gold Rush. But it's a momentous day for MLTT as we wrap up Season 3. In the words of Les Mis, one day more alongside Matt Hetherington and Sean O'Neill. Sean, inevitably you play table tennis long enough, you find yourself in a third-place game. What's the mindset as you pick up the pieces from the disappointment from yesterday?
I think the bottom line is you both want to finish on a winning note. Even if you are playing for third, you don't want to go home championship weekend with 2 losses.
Yeah, I mean, one of these teams has the opportunity to not leave being the most disappointed team from this weekend. Obviously, everybody wants to come here and lift the trophy. They're in a position where there's still money on the line, there's prize money on the line. That's probably the thing that they're going to go for the most. And just finishing the season on a high and being able to walk out of here with their chest puffed out, feeling great.
Well, independent of the circumstances, we got several high caliber showdowns. I mean, starting with Benedict Ola and Robert Gardos. Ola had Lebesson's number during the regular season, but he'll get to deal with the MVP yesterday, who was beaten for just the third time in 19 matches this season yesterday by Carolina's Eugene Wong. And Ola, despite winning 2-1 over Carlos Hernandez, you know, if he goes 3-0, then Princeton takes a lead in the Golden Game instead of being down 8-7. So this is a momentous match for both Ola and Gardos to try to bounce back from yesterday.
You know, Evan, looking at singles 1 and 2, I feel a slight edge for the Wind. I think doubles is going to be key for the Revolution. If they can come out on top there, I think they can negate the first 2 matches.
Definitely interesting to see after yesterday's performance. Koyo Kanamitsu moving into the doubles slot. Jinchen Wong out there for the singles against Jongwoo Park. I have to say, I think overall, I would say for Princeton, maybe Koyo's performance yesterday was probably the most disappointing for the team. That was really the big pressure situation for them. And you know, obviously playing against Nikhil in a match like that, someone who's going to really shut you down and kill your confidence.
Chicago Wind versus
not ideal.
Princeton Revolution.
Yeah.
Singles 1.
Above all, I think the
Game
Princeton
1.
Revolution need to come out here
Chicago
and
to
fight.
serve. 0-0.
It was interesting talking to Paul Drinkle, the new coach of the Texas Smash yesterday, and this morning actually. And he said he kind of felt the same. He felt like Princeton came out feeling like they had everything to lose, and it just didn't. That mentality really didn't work out for them.
As we count you down to the third ever MLTT championship match between the Portland Paddlers and the Carolina Gold Rush, we will enjoy Chicago and Princeton. We'll certainly spend some time previewing the championship between the Paddlers and the Gold Rush. Carolina trying to win back-to-back MLTT Cups, and Portland trying to finish their season with 12 consecutive match wins. Even though they're shorthanded, they had enough to get past Princeton yesterday. A thrilling golden game that nearly went to the ultimate golden point. Would have been the first ultimate golden point ever in the history of championship weekend, if not for Kotomi Yamoda getting the 21-19 win.
3-2.
Well, I hope Christian Lillieris didn't do too much strategic planning and lineup drafts for the Chicago Wind in the final.
Well,
otherwise he'll be starting from scratch later in the day.
Portland has had Carolina's number this year. This was yesterday at 20, serving 19. Yamoda gets it done. It's amazing how a team that had the best regular season in the history of the league, and I know it's just 3 years of the league, I think their regular season winning percentage could last for the next 15 years. I think it's unlikely we'll see a team more dominant than them in the regular season. And yet they felt like the underdog, and they celebrated like the underdog. And you know, you have them thinking that they're the underdog, and you have Carolina led by Alex Jang, who's telling everybody who will listen, well, we won last year, the pressure's off, there's no pressure on us, if we win, great, if we lose, no big deal.
No, psychologically, it's definitely a challenge when a number of your top players, but in some ways, I mentioned it yesterday,
7-2.
That's a pressure reliever from not playing from the sense of, I'm supposed to win, to, well, now let me do everything I can to just play my best. And I think that's always the best mindset of not thinking about the outcome and just focusing on the next point, the next ball. Especially the golden points, which the Paddlers have done great all season long. I think that's what Christian Lillieris would say has really been one of the defining moments, is that they've been playing the big points, clearly the goal.
That's a big point right there.
7 in a row for Gardos.
Oh my. I was thinking you were saying 7 backhands in a row. It's 7 points in a row.
That too.
Oh, this is going to be killed. I would pick that ball out of rotation. That ball's probably a little smooth on one side.
Chen Sun for Sean Jang. 21-17, the final in the golden game in the Carolina-Chicago match.
Pulled out the reverse pendulum serve for the, well, not the reverse pendulum, reverse pen hold for the occasion. Looking pretty sharp out there.
Yep. Third place matches are often very much about mindset as much as anything. And Gardos in the right state of mind in the opening game, 11-3 over Ola, to get championship Sunday rolling here in Fremont.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
See if Benedict Ola can turn things around. Nice crowd on hand for
the
start of the third place match. Expecting a sellout later today for the Paddlers and the Gold Rush. One of those two teams will hoist the MLTT Cup later this evening. Ola serves to start game 2.
And Gardos is setting a quick pace out there, and Ola's just not been able to keep up.
Yeah, Ola known for his ability to finish the points both on forehands and backhands. Just like that example, but Robert Gardos moving the ball around, keeping it away from the power zone. Serves are very effective. That's what happens when a loose ball goes over the net and Benedict Ola has a chance to take his time. Just going to finish it both on the backhand and forehand side.
3-1.
See if Ola can pick up some more momentum here in the second.
Serve a little too high.
Gardos really doesn't want to be dealing with that kind of power. It's going to make his life pretty difficult playing close to the table. But also, I think Gardos, because he plays so well off the bounce, he plays a lot better inside the table. I think Ola, if he can break some wider angles, that might help him push Gardos back a little bit. Or
definitely the compactness of Gardos' stroke just gives him more opportunities in the first 2 shots.
I don't think I've ever seen a player in MLTT history take a practice serve during a towel break. Is that legal?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you serve and the other player's not at the other end of the table, then...
Well, it wasn't Ola's serve. He just, instead of going to the towel, he grabbed the ball and practiced another serve. Sean?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
4-all.
You just don't want to attempt to return it. Otherwise, we're back in game point.
Well, once again, it wasn't Ola's turn to serve. He just had the ball, and rather than batting it to the corner or tapping to the other side of the table, he simulated a serve.
Let 4.
What else will we see today that we've never seen before in MLTT history?
Four, 5.
One thing that I'm really curious about, second singles later today. Chen Sun looked so good yesterday. She was the only player in either semifinal to get a 3-0 sweep. She's the female MVP.
4, 5.
Enzo said post-game that she is the key to their team. She has lost the last 5 games she's played against Katomi Yamoda, who will be her opponent today. She's 1-5 against Katomi. She beat her the very first game she played and then lost 2-1 and then was swept in the rematch.
And I think for the Paddlers, Katomi is their wild card as well. She can play great against the majority of the women, but she also has that ability, we've seen her in the Golden Game, to be the finisher. And I think no one was more pleased than her teammate Jens Lundqvist that she didn't allow him to go out for that ultimate point by winning 21-19. So I think the rule change to have the ladies play each other in singles too definitely makes the league stronger and more exciting.
We are still awaiting lineups to know the official matchups for the championship battle beyond Katomi and Chen Sun. When we get those, which we hope we will get them during this match, we will share them and break them down. Let's serve. One thing that stuck with me from Alex Yang's post-game comments yesterday, which echoed what he said after they won it all last year, Benedict Ola letting everybody know his feelings. Quote, either it's a bad serve or a net serve.
Maybe it's time to put a pizza in the oven serve out there.
I think so. Great loop off the bounce by Ola, staying close to the table.
Alex Jang talked about taking risk last year and creating the cross-gendered matchups in the Golden Game. Challenging Hong Lin against a male player and setting up Roman Lorenz to get the championship winning points against Angela Guan.
Service clock warning.
Serve clock warning issued to Gardos. And yesterday, Alex brought up the risk again, putting Wei Wong in there as a cold player instead of Edward Lee in the Golden Game.
You know, Evan, I was thinking about that play, and sometimes as you're making lineups, you're trying to, even when you're playing matches, thinking about your next serve, if something doesn't feel right and you keep going to the alternate plans, I think that's what happened with Alex. Was he didn't have anyone that he felt comfortable with to go against Lebesson. And finally, it was his last choice. And then, of course, because Wei Wong had done so well against Lebesson in singles, it then became obvious and something he was comfortable going with. But definitely credit for that gut feeling, trying to have that matchup that felt good.
It wasn't really that surprised me. I mean, Alex has put Wei Wong in the Golden Game before when Wei Wong hasn't necessarily played that well or hasn't played in the match. I thought it was interesting that he put in Jang Kai and Wei Wong, like putting both of those players in.
Sitting down Edward Lee for the Golden Game.
I was more surprised that Edward was out and Kai was in. But hey, it worked out for Carolina Gold Rush. Ola's just been on a streak of points here.
9.
Great touch by Gardos, just neutralizing the serve, taking away any attack, just getting in quickly, returning quick off the bounce. You just see that ball spinning, nothing to work with. Ola was expecting it to come out deep. Direct placement winner.
He's going to get faulted.
Service clock violation. Chicago win. 9-10.
Robert Gardos gives away a point in the serve clock violation, and then Benedict Ola finishes off game 2, 11-9. Still don't love that. Deuce. I know we don't have deuces in MLTT, but 9-all. What's the rush? We'll be here all day. Every MLTT player you see on the court has a Spindex rating, and fans can get one too. Spindex lets you track every one-on-one match you play, whether it's at home,
Game
at
3,
the office, the club,
serve,
or anywhere
0-0.
you compete. It's free and open to everyone at spindextt.com.
You know, Evan, one of the
0-1.
recommendations I would personally be making is at 9-9 to get rid of the service clock, because you want the biggest points to have the highest quality, and rushing out.
I mean, you can probably bump the time up. You don't want to, if you want to keep time control, maybe add like 5 seconds when it's 9-9.
I don't think either one is going to do a super stall, and if it makes the point better, like that serve didn't
1,
do
2.
justice, as Ola's smiling.
I agree with you, Sean. I mean, I just think the way the service clock, the goal of it, the idea of it, I get,
3,
and I
1.
support. the enforcement and the administration of it in terms of when it starts, when the opponent is ready. Should players wait for the crowd? Do they need to go through their thought process anyway, even if the crowd is reacting? That is wildly inconsistent.
Well, you do have another similar situation with the expedite rule when it's 9-all. The count for the expedite rule of how long the game is going gets pulled off. So I just think I want to see more 9-9 points. I don't want it to be sped up at the expense of quality. So we'll send it to the top guys, see what they have to say.
As far as I'm concerned, Sean, you are the top guy for making these things happen.
I'm pretty low on that.
I hold you
Where
personally
did you get
responsible.
that idea from?
That thought could come.
I mean, you know what? Look, there's no service clock in the Golden Game, right?
Right, and that's because each point in the Golden Game is significant.
Yeah.
Don't want to speed that up.
There's a great half long there from Ola.
Clear switch. 5.
Starting to play better as you can kind of see him relaxing a little.
And this shot right here that Ola does has been so effective throughout championship weekend. Whoever can make that first heavy spin and keep it low,
3, 5.
it stops the counterattack, and if a block comes back, then you have another chance to finish it. So Ola's got big shots, but he's got to set them up.
That's left. 3, 5.
Jung Guo and Mo Jang on deck. It's the rubber match for them. Guo swept Jang on October 25th, and then
3,
Mo
6.
swept Guo
Timeout.
about 3 weeks later.
Win.
Tiger win timeout.
Ola's opened up the 6-3 lead here in game 3.
When you put together a string of points, you can get many points in a row. He can fall apart very, very quickly. Attack the middle. Whenever he's pushing to the middle, attack it. His turn coming a little long sometimes. Yep. Okay. Let's go, Robert.
As Gardos retakes the table, I want all viewers to know, Matt and Sean as well, Game 2 of the second singles match between Guo and Mo. I will share the matchups for Portland, Carolina championship match, and we'll get Sean and Matt's first blink reaction.
Why do you get them before us?
Power.
So you're the top dog when it comes to...
Or do you have the subscription to tabletennis.tv and you're able to see it early? Because right now, Robert Gardos wants to get back into this match and send Chicago into singles 2 with a slight lead after he came out storming in game 1.
I'm surprised Ola got away with that. Gardos is really forcing him to pick the ball up quite late. And a player like Gardos is going to hold the table and play over the top of the ball.
If
Ola's lifting it.
Pardon me, Matt. If Ola wins this match and Gardos goes 0 for 2 at championship weekend, how much will that stain your perspective on his season overall in which he won the MVP? It would be as many losses champ weekend as he had all season.
If I felt that strongly about it, then the MVP should be selected after the championship weekend. Yeah, I don't think it really affects too much. It's, you know, obviously you want to see the MVPs performing well and continuing that run, but
9-6.
Ola just continues to get his offense going. Nice counterattack off of a very strong backhand play by Gardos.
I think the other thing to point out right now is that I think if he hadn't lost the point on the service clock violation, he probably would be up 2-0 right now as well.
Instead of being up 2-0, he's 2 points away from losing the match.
That was one heck of a deep push by Ola directly off the serve. Almost offensively, just cut through the ball.
Ola has the biggest smile on his face as if he
Went for it again.
Can't even believe he's winning.
He hasn't won yet.
That's the wide angle I was talking about. It's to get Gardos away from the table. You know, if you can't push him backwards, make him move laterally and make it more difficult for him to cover the table.
Gardos still alive. The thought just popped in my head. How the intensity of this battle would be different if this was the first singles match of the championship instead of the third place game. I mean, these are two of the stars in the league. Both have had illustrious table tennis careers. Benedict Ola does get it done in the opening singles match, and he sends Gardos to defeat for the second straight day. After dropping game one, 11-3, Ola with the help of the serve clock. Remember, Ola is always ready to make the call if the umpire doesn't. 2-1 Princeton. Well, for the third time in season 3, it's Jung Guo versus Mo Jang. They battled each other in Chicago in October. Guo with a 3-0 sweep. And then just outside of Atlanta a few weeks later, Mo Jang got her revenge, sweeping Zhengshan 3-0 in response. Jung Guo did not participate in yesterday's match. It was Shin-Soo Chang that got the win over Katomi Yamada, 2-1. And Mo, well, she had a tough day at the office. 3 tight games, but the late clutch points all went Chen Sun's way. So we have seen these players play twice this season. What are your expectations for the rubber?
Now, Evan, their styles couldn't be more different. Guo, long pips on her backhand. She's going to slow it down, change the pace, but smooth on her forehand. She has a really nice attack, especially when she loops. She will smash. Mo pips on the forehand. She's a smasher, but her backhand sets everything up with quick play off the bounce. So I think the longer the point will favor Mo, just because her forehand flat smash can pick and choose that one. So I think, well, if she can mix it up and somehow get her forehand in.
I think we've also seen less of Guo Zhengshan playing matches. Obviously, with Princeton Revolution having 2 strong female players, Cheng Shan-Su has kind of played more of the matches towards the end of the season, whereas Mo has been in every single time. So it's going to be interesting to see how match ready Guo is. Actually, she used blue rubber in the last match, and during the warm-up she was using green rubber. And so I walked up to her and I said, "Oh, you switched to green." She said, "Oh, I'm using pink for the match." So she switched again.
3-all.
Clearly the most fashion-conscious player that we have. And her shoes have always been, yeah, her shoes have always been quite bright as well.
Yeah, I think really for a match like this, it comes down to pace control. Whichever player can set the pace. You know, if Mo can get really comfortable with the rhythm disruption that's coming from Guo, I mean, you can see in that way, she doesn't look too phased by the changes in pace off the backhand side. So I think if she can get onto that wavelength, then she can take some control. But
yeah, I mean, looking at match one, I felt Gardos had likely 2-1, maybe even sweep. Felt the same for Mo, but these games are short. Anything can happen championship weekend. I agree with you, Matt, that it's really, can Mo feel and get some rhythm going, because we know she can finish the point on her forehand. That's what she's going to go for. Anytime there's a loose or a high ball, her backhand's going to be her stable side.
I think Guo's task is kind of, if she feels that Mo is going to play the forehand flat and not loop with the short pips, and you can still loop with short pips, but if she's going to always take those forehand opportunities and hit flat, when Guo gives that ball towards that forehand side or towards the middle, she has to make it as awkward as possible. Or like a little off pace.
Yeah, I was going to say
something unexpected, because Mo needs that ball to finish the point. And you can see that even though Mo's adjusting to the rhythm, she's not in control of the points.
Oh! Drawing the oohs and ahs from everybody.
When you get a smile from your opponent at how did that happen? Guo just said, that is too good.
Guo had to feel pretty good about the setup, but then a service error.
Yeah, not a great follow-up to such a good point. Yeah, I think for Mo to win this match, she has to, yeah, she's got to do that. She's got to take more control of the pace. I think if we see the pace of the tempo of the match speeding up, then it's more of an indicator that Mo is in control. Whereas when it's slow,
9-8.
she's kind of following the lead of Jang Guo.
The more disjointed the points can be for Guo, that's going to really keep Mo off balance.
Well done.
8-10.
Jang Guo creates 3 game points.
Oh, what a great return off the net.
Spectacular defense from Jang Guo.
Every player on the Princeton team right now just looks in disbelief that they're winning games.
Mo Jang throwing punches, and Jang Guo sending everything back. Finally drawing the error late. 3 straight to close out the game. 3-1 Princeton. Revolution with 3 out of the first 4 games in their bag.
0-1.
Jang Guo can keep it going. Remember, both matches that Guo and Mo played against each other during the season, the person that won the opening game went on to sweep the match.
Excellent forehand combination by Guo. Backhand mixes it up, looks for a loose ball. Whether she has to step around in the middle of the table or out to the forehand, her forehand is very lethal.
3-0.
By the way, I have not forgotten, are you all ready to hear the matchups for the championship? Portland, Carolina, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific time.
Are these verified? How do we know that you're?
I am a trusted reporter of information, Matt Hetherington.
All right, production team.
And you need to
has
stop
assured
doubting me.
They've assured me in my ear that it's verified.
First singles.
1-4.
Carolina will have Eugene Wong against Jens Lundqvist for the Paddlers.
Okay, it's expected.
First thoughts on that match?
Yeah, that's the matchup I thought.
4-2.
If Portland is going to win, they have to get 2-1 in that match.
Second singles, as we
Ladies.
suspected, Chen Sun for Carolina, Katomi Yamada for Portland.
5-2.
No major surprises in the doubles, same pairings as yesterday. Enzo Angles and Kai Jang for Carolina, Nikhil Kumar and Sid Naresh. Interesting wrinkle here is Sid Naresh was Enzo's doubles partner in the semifinals at Champ Weekend last year, traded in the offseason for Wei Wong, who was an important member for the Gold Rush and the Golden Game yesterday. So I guess the remaining question is third singles and fourth singles.
7-3.
The third singles match, Enzo Angles for Carolina, Carlos Hernandez for Portland. And then the fourth singles match, Edward Lee for Carolina against Nikhil Kumar for
7-4.
Portland. Wei Wong is Carolina's reserve, could potentially play in the Golden Game. Daryl Sow, the reserve for the Paddlers. Matt, what are your first thoughts on the lineup? Pretty much what you would have expected?
I would say it's basically exactly what I would expect, I think. No big surprises in there for me.
I think that Portland got in the 3-4 their preferred.
6-7.
Nikhil, I believe, plays stronger with his style of play against Edward Lee than he would against Enzo. And Hernandez just surprised everyone yesterday. Just how well he played, especially in the Golden Game. That first set of 4 is outstanding.
Sean, you said you think Jens, to give Portland a chance, needs to go 2-1. What is your prediction
8-7.
for that match? And look, I will give you a chance to hedge later, but your first glance prediction for Wong and Lundqvist.
Watching the play yesterday, I have never seen Eugene Wong have so much fight, and the quality of his shots is just another level above, and I've watched him pretty consistently for the last 25 years. So
It was 7-2, and it's now 8-8.
Yeah, Mo's fought back. Unable to take the lead, though.
8-9.
So right now, I don't want to bet against Eugene just the way he played yesterday. I think he has an extra gear.
Oh, that is a great return.
Another miss from Mo.
Stopping for the win.
10-8.
So one thing that I am a little bit curious about, and we can get to this in the next game, is why did you think that Jens had to win 2-1 for the team to win before you even knew any of the other matches?
I think it just starts at the top, and the momentum, if Portland starts to trail, I think the self-doubt has that chance to sneak in, whereas if he wins like he did yesterday, it's just one more path it gives them to keep it going.
Doubt has crept in with Mo. She's 0-5 on the weekend so far in singles games. 2-0 to Jung Chang Guo.
Game 3, Revolution to serve.
Jung Chang
0-0.
Guo trying to sweep Mo Jang for the second time this season. Chicago on the ropes a little bit here early in the third place match.
1-0.
Benedict Ola was just out there on a recruitment drive, throwing some team jackets and shirts into the crowd.
0-2.
So Matt, are you leaning to Eugene or to Jens in the opening singles match in the final?
I'm leaning to Eugene, but it's very hard to rule a player like Jens out. I think Jens is he's been around long enough to figure out some of the stuff that Eugene will be doing that's a little bit different playing style-wise compared to other players, but I mean, Eugene was unbelievable yesterday. We'll see if he can bring that again today. I think.
Just the vertical yesterday was off the charts.
4-1.
It was a great leaping celebration after his win over Gardos. You know, Jens Lundqvist did
he played amazing.
play fantastic against Cho Sun-min.
Right, the #1 power ranked player. So I'm just saying that if everything goes according to plan, I just haven't seen Eugene. I know I could give them both tactics against the other player, but Eugene just completely surprised me. I asked him last night, I was like, what happened? He goes, that was my brother. And I was like, get him there tomorrow.
All right, Chen Sun versus Katomi Amoda.
3-4.
Mentioned earlier, Katomi has won 5 of the 6 games they've played this season, including 5 straight.
Well, the thing, Evan, that really jumps out at me is they both finished the golden game for their teams. And in that situation,
5-3. Clear switch side, please.
I think it's more difficult for Katomi to continue to keep that streak alive against such a quality player with Chen Sun.
5-3.
These are up-to-the-minute Spindex ratings that get updated after every game. The contingencies at the bottom are if Jung Shang-guo wins, she'll earn 15 additional points, and Spindex will rise from 25-42 to 25-37, just correspondingly a loss.
Such an excellent match out there. I think the balance of how she's been playing, of really varying the backhand a lot, and when she's set up that forehand, she's just been hitting winners.
Oh, look at that.
3-8.
Now painting the lines with her backhand punch. Normally she takes pace off the ball. That time she just went straight through it.
8-4.
Yeah, you can just see the trajectory of that ball off the long pips. It's not an easy ball to flat hit through.
And her serves
4-10.
have just been so heavily spun. Most push them long. And now again another
11-4.
point
3-0 Revolution.
off of Mo's errant serve.
How about Princeton's women? Chen Su-cheng yesterday, Jung Shang-guo today.
I mean, that match was textbook from Guo Jiangshan, really.
5-1 Revolution. For the second straight day, Chicago's doubles team of Jungwoo Park and Sean Jang takes the table with their team trailing 5-1. Robert Gardos and Mo Jang, who have been excellent throughout the season, have had rough weekends. Mo swept for the second straight day. Robert, the male MVP, defeated 2-1 for the second day in a row. And now it's up to Jungwoo Park and Jang to try to gain some momentum against Princeton's doubles team. It's Cho Sung-min alongside Koyo Kanamitsu today after he played with Jin Wong yesterday. This is the 93rd open serve doubles match in season 3 of MLTT. It has changed the game in a very natural way, in that we don't even really notice it. It kind of feels like this is what we've always done.
I really feel that it's improved the game because it just makes that serve for righties, Matt might disagree, but the serve from righties had so much difficulty to just put something into play and get out of the way that now you're actually playing a singles position for both the lefty server and the righty.
Game one.
True with the diagonal.
I mean, I think also even the lefties in doubles, the service game is often very plain. I mean, you can't really get much deviation or kick or variance in a serve when you're stuck serving diagonal. So even though the lefties are still serving from a similar position most of the time, the variances of serve are a lot more than before. Princeton so far have been playing much more relaxed today, and Matthias is probably sitting on the bench going, where the hell were you guys yesterday? Because the difference in performance, it's correlated directly to that that shift in attitude and mental approach of like, are we under pressure? Like, does it matter third and fourth? Okay, it'd be nice if we came third, but we're not winning the championship now, so the pressure is definitely off a little bit, and it's really showing.
Talked briefly with Matthias last night after their loss, and the thing he said that stuck with me, it's heartbreaking, but what can you do?
Yeah, and just what I would do is I would look at how they got here and how amazing those matches at Ryder where they had to win to get here. They've done everything in their power to have their absolute best results, and running into a team that's been on a tear.
Right. I mean, is it better to come here and lose or to have not made it?
Exactly.
That being said,
it's never easy.
It was a good opportunity for them to run into such a dominant team that was, speaking honestly, hindered by not having their top 3 players. That was a golden opportunity for them.
But it also forced them, the paddlers is who we're speaking of, to dig even deeper and rely on the entire team. Oh. Look at the speed of these shots right now. I mean, this is just lightning.
You can definitely see that the Revolution players have more of a go for broke mentality.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's their game as well. When Koyo is doing it versus playing safe, you've got 2 different players out there. We know with Park, he's going to be taking big swipes at every opportunity.
Nine, 3. Nine, 4.
Wow.
5, 9.
Point was over. Once again, Park right here, finding the open court with a nice backhand side spin return.
Princeton, can they battle all the way back after being down big for most of this game? Eric Owens takes a timeout.
you can see if it's no spin, yeah? See? It's swinging quite high. Then you can go. The ball comes. Play it and take it a little bit lower, slower. Maybe it's also you see. Until now it's good. You play short. You make banana. Yeah. You play safe short against against Koyo. If you make bomba, but he's there, always spin. Only swing against Koyo. Yeah? Low ball, this is important. After it's okay. After big down spin on line if you serve after.
Time. 6, 9.
Robert Gardos looking for the bench coach MVP. If there was an award for that.
Stole the microphone from Eric Owens.
I would imagine Eric Owens may have given it to him.
9, 7.
Revolution continue. Just spin through that ball. The ball caught the edge of the
9,
paddle,
8.
but still, you don't see many balls going over the net faster than that one.
The look on Park's face after that was priceless.
It was 9-2. Now it's 9-8.
Oh,
you kidding? Jang forced to hit an extra shot after an outrageous get from Ko Sung-min.
How did Park spin this one on the table? Koyo went airbound to try to counterattack it back, but it had really good topspin to keep it low.
9, 10.
And this would be a dagger here if somehow Princeton got to a golden point and then stole the game.
no, none for you,
11,
Higgins,
9,
says
1 game to 0, Chicago.
So Chicago gets the opening game in the doubles. Princeton able to make it interesting, that's for sure. But Jungwoo Park and Sean Jang win it 11-9. Princeton now leading 5-2 after Chicago wins the opening point in the doubles. A reminder to log into tabletennis.tv. You will need to have a Table Tennis TV account to watch today's championship match. It will not be on YouTube. It is totally free to both sign up for Table Tennis TV
Game 2,
and to watch
Revolution
the
to serve,
championship match.
0-0.
But you need to have an account on Table Tennis TV to join us for the championship, Portland, Carolina,
0-1.
in about 2.5 hours.
that also goes for everybody who's joining us on Weibo and Xiaohongshu as well.
Let
Championship
0-1.
final will only be on Table Tennis TV.
You might as well, while you do both of those things,
2-0.
play a match with a buddy and sign up for Spin Decks. Then at least you can compare your rating with these guys. See how you rank.
Were you talking to our viewers or Matt? Because he doesn't have a Spindex yet.
Well, I know his level of play, so I don't think I was
3-0.
talking to Matt.
Hey, can we go back to the
Evan knew you weren't talking to me. He just wanted to put a barb in.
It's true.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Carolina-Portland matchups. I want to get your thoughts on the doubles. Kumar and Naresh versus Kai Jang and Enzo. Where do you lean?
On the pure basis of who I think is the better doubles pair, I would say Naresh and Kumar. I just wonder if there are some things that Enzo might have insights into that could help him maybe break down Sid a little bit more. But I'm still going to lean towards Portland.
I'm going to say that there's at least one golden point, if not two. because I think the difference between the two teams is so small. Clearly the teamwork for Portland, we've seen that in effect, very strong. But like Matt, I think Enzo is the X factor. He's going to try to get his game and tactics of singles in, and hopefully Jang is able to support him.
Enzo versus Carlos in third singles. Enzo obviously a big favorite. You know, for Carlos, I think the mindset similar to yesterday. If he could get one game, Portland would be thrilled as the free agent signee, able to get the middle game against Ola yesterday. And that game helped Portland get the lead going into the Golden game. Without that game, they would have been down 8-7 instead of up 8-7. What do you think about Enzo's chances for the sweep today?
Exact same. I think if he doesn't sweep, he'll view it as a missed opportunity. If I'm Carlos, I save a lot more balls out and try to get into a mid-court punching match and away from the short game, because I think that's where Enzo really excels. So it's going to be, again, opportunity for Gold Rush to plant a flag. They've done it with Chen Sun in the women's too. I think Enzo has that opportunity today.
And then a U.S.-Canada showdown in fourth singles. Edward Lee for Carolina, Nikhil Kumar for Portland. What do you think?
In that pressure situation, I'm gonna go in Nikhil's corner. I just think part of it might depend on where the team scoreline is sitting at that point, and how much pressure is on Edward to deliver a result. We saw it with Koyo yesterday. Nikhil's not fun to play when the team's under pressure, but you know, I don't think anyone likes playing against Nikhil, and I'm happy for him to hear that.
Yeah, and especially here in the Bay Area where he will have some supporters. I think Edward today, where they are in their games, he's the better player, but I think Nikhil plays better in big matches. He's been in the U.S. Men's Championship final a couple of times, and he's come through. How did Sean Jung even get his paddle on the ball?
That was an exciting almost.
Sends that ball long off the corner. Is it going to be Chicago Wind pushing for a comeback now? Revolution really rode that momentum that they built in the second half of game one. Sends it long. Still very much comes down to execution with the Revolution players.
Both Koyo and Cho have been in position. Unfortunately, from Koyo's perspective, his ball tends to go longer when he's missing.
9-10.
Game 2 goes to Princeton, so it'll be a rubber game in the doubles. Koyo and Cho claim game 2 11-9, one game all, and Princeton leads 6-2 overall.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Game 3. Chicago win to serve. 0-0.
Game 3.
1-0.
After this game, there'll be a 10-minute intermission here at Table Tennis America. Give fans a chance to grab some concessions,
1-0.
buy some merch. When we return, it'll be third singles with Jungwoo Park back out there for Chicago against Princeton's Jing Wong. He gets a chance to play singles here in the third place match. And then Cho Sung-min for Princeton will retake the table for the fourth singles match against Chicago's Manu Lebesson.
1.
Selfie time.
Roger Kang's wife and his baby. I think it's the first time they've come to a Major League match.
2-0.
Understandably so. It's recent. Park Jong-woon making sure that forehand doesn't come back this time. That's really one of his best shots. That step around forehand diagonal.
2-4.
Matt, I think it's a great point what you made before about Princeton and just their more relaxed mindset today. And you get this Chicago team. You know, both these teams are disappointed to lose yesterday, but Chicago really expected to win. They just didn't have their best.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, a little bit of everything in that point.
5-3. Clear switch side, please.
That's what the spectators want to see.
I mean, it's one thing to hit the open court, it's another thing to hit the open opponent.
I mean,
just bang it.
For us looking from the side, those drops were just going half long. For Cho to take that big swing, we thought, okay, if he lands that, it's over. But Sean Jang is full of surprises, and some of the shots that he plays, we've talked about this across multiple seasons with him playing.
5-4.
Being a part of the Chinese national team previously, that level of table tennis is unparalleled. And you still see it. You still see glimmers of it. Not there, obviously, but sometimes at other points.
And we thought we'd see a lot less of that with open serve doubles because in season 2, that tended to dominate the serve return.
Yeah, but this is the problem, right? Look at how much commitment it takes to move for that against some of these different serve placements. He has to get all the way across the table to backhand flick. He's so far out.
There's no way to cover the forehand and watch this.
It's 2 against 1.
Here we go.
Isaac there was looking at the screen, watching the replay with a...
7-6. Seven.
Battle of the short game. Much more important for Chicago to get this game. They do not want to let the Revolution go into the Golden game with a sizable lead.
How Princeton got away with that, I have no idea.
They had no reason for scoring that point.
I was surprised with Jang's decision to re-drop the ball there.
10-8.
3 game points for Princeton to win the doubles and send Chicago into the intermission, trailing 7-2 for the second day in a row. So some men unloads on that return.
Got to keep the serve short.
Park and Jang create a golden point, the first of the day here on Championship Sunday by the Bay. Park with the serve. Jang able to smack it over the table and complete the win comeback. 2-1 in the doubles in favor of Chicago. During the 10-minute intermission, there'll be a report. Championship Weekend Countdown with Tiana Cohen and Luke Scotchy. We'll talk to you in 10 with Princeton leading 6-3, Park and Wong when we return.
That world apart.
Whatever your game, you'll find it at BetOnline. Trusted for over 25 years by millions worldwide. With the largest selection of sports and props in the industry, the latest and hottest casino games, live Vegas-style dealers, and our exclusive VIP program with millions in cash paid out every month. No rollovers and no restrictions. It's all right at your fingertips. BetOnline, the game starts here.
How's it going? Tiana Cohen here, and I am joined by Table Tennis TV insider Luke Scacchi. We are about halfway through the match for third place as the MLTT Championship countdown continues. Right now, we've been watching the Chicago Wind take on the Princeton Revolution. Once again, they are battling for third place. Luke, can you tell us a little bit about what's been going on here from Fremont, California?
You know, what's been going on so far is that any match against the men's MVP, Robert Gardos, is going to be difficult, as it was in singles one for Benedict Ola, who lost that match 3-11. But Benedict Ola came in, took the next two games, 9-11 and 9-11, to put the Prince Revolution up 2-1. And then from there in singles two, it was Jang Guo, and it was all Jang Guo against the Season 2 Women's MVP, a complete three-game sweep. Chicago needed some life in doubles, and they got just that with Jongwoo Park and Shan Zong, giving Chicago a little bit of a boost, putting the match at 6-3 after doubles, and giving Chicago a bit of momentum heading into the second half.
Now, Luke, we've been talking about this all weekend long. Here in playoff weekend, championship weekend, everything comes down to the Golden Game. So even though we still have singles 3 and singles 4, whoever wins the Golden Game wins the match. And I don't know if you're feeling it. It kind of feels the energy's a little off in here, on this Sunday. It's supposed to be Sunday Fun Day. It's championship weekend, but you can kind of feel these two teams. There's a little bit of disappointment, right? They both wanted to be playing the championship match. They're here playing for third. How do you think the tone of the room will affect the Golden Game?
I don't think the tone of the game is going to, or the tone of the room is going to matter nearly as much as, of course, the circumstances are, of course, these two teams are indeed playing for third place heading into this match. But, of course, both of these teams are competitors. They are competitors on either side of the table here. They want to win this match, whether it's for a bronze medal or just to say that they ended their season on a high note. And that's going to carry into the Golden Game. I don't think that there is going to be much of a difference from the way that these two teams play in this Golden Game versus the last one.
Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about before we get back into the action. Coming up for singles 4, we have Cho Sung-min of the Princeton Revolution going up against Chicago Wind's Emmanuel Lebesson. And I noticed earlier they have the exact same Spindex rating of 28.02. How do you think that match is going to affect and really play out here to end things off before the Golden Game?
Tiana, I think that match is going to go either way. Not only do they have the same Spindex score, as you said, at 28.02, these two people were the runners-up and the bronze medalists for MVP, with Cho coming in second and Lebesson coming in third. These two people have been MLTT's best players all season, and they're going to have a chance to show what they can do in singles 4 and hopefully get their team ahead in the third place consolation match.
Well, I can't wait to see what goes down for the rest of this half year. Be sure to stay glued to your screens because we are closing out the match for third here in just a couple minutes. And of course, be sure to subscribe to tabletennis.tv so you can catch the championship match coming up later today. We'll see you soon, but right now we're going to get back to the table.
To become a better version of myself, there are things I never change. My green tea, my soul. おーい、お茶、伊藤園。
Right into it, want it all. Step inside, leaving behind. Cross that line, you come alive. Hands up high, racing hard. Welcome to a world apart. Close your eyes just for
Whatever your game, you'll find it at BetOnline. Trusted for over 25 years by millions worldwide. With the largest selection of sports and props in the industry, the latest and hottest casino games, live Vegas-style dealers, and our exclusive VIP program with millions in cash paid out every month. No rollovers and no restrictions. It's all right at your fingertips. BetOnline, the game starts here.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The third place match between Chicago and Princeton moves on to the third singles match with Wong and Jung-Woo Park set to battle. Park presumably still warm after taking 2 out of 3 in the doubles, and Wong gets an opportunity to play singles here today. He was part of the doubles duo yesterday for the Revolution. Haven't seen the professor play singles as much these past couple of seasons, but we know he's a dangerous player, former US Open champ. And yet I think he's an underdog here going into this match against Jung-Woo Park, the South Korean star. What's the key for each player in your opinion, Sean?
Yeah, I would agree with you that the professor is the underdog. For Park, great footwork, a lot of power, can move the ball all around the table. The longer the rally goes, expect bigger shots. Professor plays really nice by the net. He's got long arms. His blocking ability is what I think really sets him apart. When people play big shots, often he's able to get extreme angles without having to move his feet. But I think a 2-1 potential match. I don't think we're in fear of a quick sweep. I think the professor will make adjustments. Matt?
Yeah, I think Jin has a point to prove, obviously, after the performance in Jersey. There's Yang Shigang,
Revolution to
the
serve.
Caroline
0-0.
Gold Rush. Yeah, like you said, he's able to produce really wide angles, and he loves playing in the open rally, a little further back from the table on that forehand diagonal. He's not going to get that with Park because Park's left-handed, and I think getting into that rally is not going to come from Park's step around forehand, which, as you saw in the last match, is a bit of a haymaker. Pretty powerful stuff.
And that's a knockout blow when he does step around his backhand.
Yeah, I can see Park getting himself in a position where he can overpower Jin. Jin tends to play a spinnier game, and once the rallies open up and he goes back a little bit, he does pick the ball up late.
Right.
So he's playing a higher trajectory. And for a player like Park, who loves to power through the ball and play counters, if you can set that higher trajectory up and you can feel confident powering through the ball, I think there are going to be a lot of opportunities for him to take control in those rally situations. As Christian Lily-Roos, Jens Lundqvist, old Portland Paddlers team have arrived here now.
Oh yeah. And look at the angles from the professor. Bisecting the competition here. Just going great shots from that ball pops up. Inside out. Another hooking shot down the line.
5-2.
It's one of the touch shots that you really have to get a good grip on when you're playing against a left-handed player, or when right and left-handed players are playing against each other. That side spin pendulum serve that just breaks over the edge of the table, being able to pick it up, but being able to pick it up with quality, being able to place it well. It's really not an easy serve to return well and return in a way that's unexpected.
You know, Matt, I also feel like when you're playing against the professor, because of his angles, because of his ability to block, it's almost like playing a defensive player. When you have a lead, so much easier. When you're trailing, you've got to work so hard for the point because the ball just keeps coming back.
9-2.
Right now, Park is taking full swings on so many of his shots, knowing that he's got more points to blow if he needs.
Park does have to be a little bit careful with the serve, though, because I think out of all of the players in the league, I would say the most stable and delivered round the net shot is
4-9.
from Princeton Wong.
9-5.
Professor's backhand has not been landing at all today. He's got a couple forced errors.
Game 1 to Jungwoo Park.
11-5, 1 game to 0.
And here comes Chicago. Now 6-4 on the team tally. And Park looking to continue to carve into the deficit. 11-5 in game 1 for the win.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Game 2, Chicago wins to serve 0-0.
Game 2 between Jin Wong and Jungwoo Park about to begin. As we continue to count down toward the championship showdown.
1-0.
Portland Paddlers and the Carolina Gold Rush are in the building. We know the lineups. We've got
0-2.
the opening thoughts from the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill and the New Zealand national champ Matt Hetherington. But beyond the initial thoughts, I'd love to get your initial predictions for each match so we can start to think about what the score could be heading into the championship holding game. So if you had to make a choice, Eugene Wong versus Jens Lundqvist, you guys can disagree. I would prefer if you disagreed, quite frankly.
I feel like we're not going to. I'm going to say 2-1 Eugene.
3-2.
I'm going to have to agree with Matt on that one.
I'll disagree. I'll say 2-1 Jens.
All right.
Chen Sun versus Kato Miyamoto.
I'm going to go 2-1 Chen Sun. I think he's going to take it this time.
4.
Agreement.
I'll go the other way. 2-1 Kuramoto.
Gosh, Evan, you're so disagreeable.
I know. I just, you know, I'm from Portland, so I stick with my paddlers. Oh, wait, no, that's Sean. Doubles. Nikhil Kumar and Sid Naresh against Enzo and Kai for Carolina.
I'm going 2-1 Portland.
I'll go 2-1 for Gold Rush.
Okay.
I'll agree with Matt. I think Nikhil and Sid will get 2 out of 3.
Oh, what touch from
7-2.
Enzo Angles versus Carlos Hernandez.
3-0 Enzo.
I have to at least have one
2,
out there
8.
outlier pick. I'm going to say Carlos 2-1.
You think
You
Carlos
think
wins
Carlos
the
is going
match?
to win?
I do.
Wow.
3-8.
That's bold. I mean, yeah. I think he can do okay. I think he's a decent player. I don't know if he's going to win, but my feeling is the highest probability outcome is 3-0 Enzo.
Well, I have to.
It might not happen, but.
And what about Edward Lee versus Nikhil Kumar in 4th singles?
I'm going to go 2-1 Nikhil.
I will agree with that one.
I think that is perhaps the most likely outcome as well. 2-1 Kumar.
Oh, cool. Welcome to the bandwagon.
Yeah, thank you. So,
But as we know, none of that means anything.
Right. No.
It's
Yeah.
all the golden game.
Our opinions count for nothing.
But Evan, if you do the math, what does that most likely set the golden game?
We don't know. We don't know because Evan disagreed with us on all of
well,
them.
I'll do your math. I'm going to do Matt's math first. Jungwoo Park
11-5, 2 games to 0.
finishes off Jinshin Wong somewhat routinely in game 2. Back-to-back 11-5 wins for the South Korean standout. And Chicago potentially could tie this thing up heading into the Cho Sung-min Lebesson match. I'll total up the numbers and share them in just a moment.
Game 3, Revolution to serve, 0-0. Good. 1-0.
Jinshin's definitely got to step the trajectory up and not step the trajectory up, step up the offensive and lower the trajectory. I think if you can press forward a little bit more, get a little more pace. He's got the rotation. There's no doubt about that. There's a lot of heavy spin on his shot making. But the trajectory, I feel, just a little bit too high. That's close.
1-2.
So based upon our quick glance predictions, each of us have something different. That was off the side. Matt, you have Carolina projected to be up 9-6 going into the Golden Game.
Yeah.
Sean, you have Carolina projected to be up 8-7 going into the Golden Game. I have Portland projected to be up 8-7 going into the Golden Game.
So I think I'm right. And it doesn't matter because a 1-point lead.
Well, it's not going to be a 1-point lead. It's going to be a 3-point lead.
According to your
Right.
prediction.
Yeah.
I would say a 3-point lead
For Carolina
could
against the
have an
Port-
impact, but a 1 point on my side. As I said, our picks are meaningless until the Golden Game, and the professor taking a backhand off the bounce. You're absolutely right, Matt, that the professor needs to do something different. Otherwise, we're going to see another 11-5. Because that is one blistering forehand, perfectly played, both down the middle of the table. We've seen him take it inside out.
Yeah, I mean, if Jinshin pops the ball up a little bit,
We'll park it.
You don't, yeah, exactly. You don't really know until right at the moment of contact where that ball's going to go. He's very good at shifting his weight transfer into the ball and then away from it, so that you really don't have an idea until it's too late.
And I think that's true also with the Revolution Cho. The footwork is so amazing for the Korean players that they always get a free full swing, and the professor with a little over the table wonderful flip kill.
It's interesting with Korea because that training basis, the foundation of that came from them playing Japan. You know, they weren't practicing backhands, they were playing full table forehand. And a lot of that, even though they've changed the shakehand and developed their backhand game more, I think a lot of that emphasis on forehand footwork is still very much there.
Look at their coaches. That's how they played. So,
well, maybe not Osama.
No.
6-all.
Helps to be at least 6'1", 6'2" with his reach, very similar to the professors. But yeah, you teach what you do well. This ball just gets completely smothered.
That is, in my opinion,
6-all.
Jinshin Wong's strongest shot. That forehand flip kill on the short forehand. The ball pops up just a little bit high.
And I think his secret to success on that is he's able to wait. you never see him taking it too early and having to lift the ball up. He gets it at the top of the bounce.
7
Very loose serve there from Wong.
John, I want to go back to something you said earlier, that a 1-point lead is virtually a tie. History has proven otherwise.
You get away with that, surely. Oh, look at that.
In MLTT history, teams with a 1-0 lead have won 63% of the time. But it's even more stark at championship weekend, Sean, if you can believe it. 6 times in championship weekend history, a team has had a 1-0 lead going into the Golden Game. 5 out of 6 times, the team with a 1-0 lead went on to win. The only exception to that was the consolation game 2 years ago when Carolina was up 8-7 against the Bay Area Blasters.
Hold on, consolation games. You mean the third and fourth third match playoff?
Yeah.
That's what we're calling it, a consolation?
That is what the score sheet says.
Does it really? We should get that
I would say that we can set the third foot off to the side just because.
All right, well, if you want to set it off to the side, then in semis and finals, with an 8-7 lead, the team with a 1-0 lead has won every time.
Yep. So, that being said, how many teams had to lean on the fact they're missing the majority of their top players and have to grit it out? Oh.
Jin Wong grits it out to close out game 3, avoids the sweep, keeps Princeton in front. So it'll be a 7-5 lead for the Revolution heading into the 4th and final singles match. Cho Sung-min versus Emmanuel Lebesson is next. Well, if you were tuned into the Intermission Championship Weekend Countdown Show with Tiana and Luke, you had the sneak peek to the fact that these two guys have the same exact Spindex rating. So this seemingly guarantees there's going to be one game all, 10 points all, and it's all going to come down to a golden point, right?
You know, looking at this matchup, I think, again, look at where they are in their playing careers. Lebesson is no longer playing international table tennis for France. Focus on domestic league play in MLTT. Then with Cho so strong, I'm going to lean towards Lebesson. And the reason why is France has so many left-handed players. And Matt, you can speak to this. When lefties play lefties, it generally gets very ugly or unusual because you don't see that as often in France. During Lebesson's career, I think almost 4 out of the 5 players were left-handed players.
Yeah.
But the power of Cho and his footwork, it's just scary.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think the biggest difference is going to be step around forehand. And my feeling is Lebesson gets around the corner and plays a more compact stroke, so he's able to do it much quicker. He can still get caught out, but Cho Sung-min tends to play pretty big swings from the step around. I don't know if Lebesson's going to give him the chance to be able to do that, but we'll see.
Lebesson's got the opening serve, and off we go in 4th singles.
Again, if both players were up to the table, Lebesson's stroke length is going to be an advantage. Once Cho gets off the table and is running around, he will have no difficulty just powering through Lebesson with less reaction time. That's pure power. but I don't think it's going to phase Lebesson. He knows what he needs to do. Get in the attack early, work the angles.
Hustle from Cho Sung-min on display, stealing that point. Overall, gentlemen, at championship weekend, there are 4 matches in season 1, 4 more season 2, and halfway through season 3. So 10 championship weekend matches. Teams with a lead are 9-1 in Golden Games. 6 out of those 10 were 1-point leads. And team with a 1-0 lead has won 5 out of 6. So arguably, the lead at championship weekend is more important than in the regular season. Of course, the last time that Chicago...
Are you taking all this in, Sean?
All I just know is we've got 3 agents being played both last season with Angela Wong, and also the Paddlers have one with Carlos Hernandez. So
Angela upset Hong Lin in the championship match last year.
She played amazing, the best of her life. The challenge was, again, against Roman Lorenz in the Golden Game.
Yeah. It's literally taken Hong an entire season to recover from that, I think.
And if we remember correctly, the length of some of those rallies, I mean, we were in the 40 to 60 range.
Yeah.
How many times the ball went over the net?
There was a 242 ball rally.
Yeah. We got to the point where Hong really just lost her confidence.
5-4.
She just wouldn't attack. Went into safety mode, and that's ultimately what got Angela over the line.
It was 141 shots. I don't know why I said 242. 141 shots, 1 minute 42 seconds. The longest rally in MLTT history last year at Champ Weekend between Angela Guan and Hong Lin. If you Google longest rally MLTT, you'll find a tidy 2-minute YouTube video that you can rewatch it. Since I'm here, do you guys know how long the longest table tennis rally in table tennis recorded history is?
Yeah, it was 1926 World Table Tennis. 1926? It was 1926. World Table Tennis Championships. Was it in Prague?
It was in Prague, but it wasn't 26.
No, it was not 26.
Try 46.
It was 20. No.
38?
It was earlier. It was in the 20s. Maybe 20.
If I say it's Alex Ehrlich, am I correct? Winning the point in over 2 hours.
2 hours and 41 minutes.
Oh, you're way off. The Guinness Book of World Records.
No, that's not a world championship.
That's not an official match.
2 players having fun.
That's like 13 hours or something.
15 hours, 49 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Yeah, those Swedish guys.
Couple Swedes in April of 2025.
Yeah, it changes every year.
Yeah, no, and in a world championship, an official match, it was 2 hours and 42 minutes or something.
I believe
so. 1 point.
I think it was 1923.
I'm going to go a little bit later. I think it was Alex Ehrlich. And the umpires had to change afterwards because his neck was screwed up.
John, was there a single point in your entire career of competitive table tennis that lasted more than 1 minute?
That he played, or
that you played?
10-6.
Because you were a go-after-it guy. You didn't let points last that long.
Okay, so I did play one expedite match in the finals.
1 game to 0.
But it was because we were stalling.
I have so many questions.
That's on the air now. We'll be right back. Put that up for the break. Maximum points for Sean O'Neill, 1936. Bacchus, Paneth, and
Alex.
Game two, Revolution to serve, 0-0.
It was over 2 hours.
I think you mean
2 hours and 12 minutes.
I think you mean shady Sean O'Neill.
We haven't established that yet, okay? This is not trial by fire.
Okay, so here's my
Establish
question
the facts.
to both of you to figure out why I knew that.
Don't deflect.
What did Alex Ehrlich also do that made the
Oh.
news in the last year?
In the last year?
Yes.
I have no idea.
He went around the earth in a hot air balloon. Am I close?
No.
You were closer than me.
Key character in Marty Supreme.
One,
He
two.
was the player who
He didn't do that in the last year. There was a character.
That's what I said. He was the key character.
Well, yeah, but you said
So
what
somebody
did
played
Alex
it.
Ehrlich do in the
Right.
last year?
That's what I meant.
Well, I would have gotten it if you had made it more
What a
clear.
load of garbage.
So tell us about their stalling.
Oh, we're playing the men's singles final. We've had Jimmy Butler on air, who's the fifth and final game, games to 21.
What do you mean on air?
Jimmy was interviewed by Flint on Around the Net. So
Okay.
Jimmy Butler. We played the fifth and final game of the men's singles title, and we both wanted to take our time between every point. And by the time it got to 17 all, we had gone past 15 minutes. No rallies at that time, gone more than 5 shots.
3-all.
But we were just taking our time, really
And
thinking.
I'm assuming that
There was
the
no
10
serve
minute
clock.
the 10-minute mark was after 18 points, so you went on expedite either. Oh,
It
you're
was
playing
15,
21.
yeah.
Never mind.
Forget what Matt just said.
Sorry.
No serve clock.
Three,
Were you
four.
put on expedite?
Yes. And I was so thankful because I had played expedite a couple months earlier and won that one. And it changed how I approached expedite.
Why'd you get on expedite a
5,
month earlier?
3.
This one was 30-30.
Huh.
And they didn't take the clock off at deuce. And I thought I could outlast my opponent. And I quickly learned that my game doesn't have that skill. So it told me just to play normal. And I then did that
5,
in the
4.
men's singles final. And I know that Jimmy was thinking, I'll just outlast him and play 12 shots over the net and win the point the easy way.
Now, Lebesson's speed has been probably the main factor.
Oh! You gotta be kidding.
6-4-6.
The snake that spins back chose direction. Lebesson couldn't reach it. Through the paddle. Helpless.
Well, the paddle went over the net. That
Let's
should
get
count
ready.
for something. I mean, watch this. That's a clean paddle winner.
Yeah, they need a mop
Yeah,
for the
I
table.
was going to say. They need the full
Lebesson
shower towel.
a little more relaxed today than yesterday. Giving a thumbs up to Cho Sung-min.
A little delayed.
Thank you.
Let's see Cho pull that off again.
There we go.
Lebesson's still smiling about it.
No one wants to make the highlight reel being on the losing end of
4,
that point.
6.
Well, unfortunately, in that situation, in that kind of point, people tend to remember the loser of the point a lot more than they remember the winner.
Well, we have seen that before at the Olympics.
4-7.
And it's not Truls who you remember from that point.
8-4. Eight, 5.
Well, those are just quality release off the bounce by Lebesson. Nice soft serve return. Quality opening by Cho, but Lebesson, no difficulty just re-looping the ball to a good location.
Great stuff. Lebesson kept getting to his forehand, but could not put Cho away with it.
Also, I need the adjustment from Lebesson on the forehand. Not just the positioning, but each different incoming ball is different. The speed, the spin. He's able to make the angle adjustments for those counters so well.
Really risky serve there by Cho. Trying to mix it up, but going half long and a clear half long off the end of the table. Lebesson just jumped on it, bring him within one.
Could it happen again?
9.
That was the circumstances you needed.
I think there was a little too much pace on this net ball. You could see his racket was a little flatter, more vertical, but Lebesson was not going to not take that ball seriously.
9-all here in game 2. Princeton leading 7-6. And Cho Sung-min gets the game point.
Lebesson can't believe he missed that ball. That's what he was looking for. He'd like to have another swing with the same setup.
Cho Sung-min closes out game 2. That'll guarantee a lead for the Revolution heading into the Golden Game. And 9 out of 10 times, historically at championship weekend, the team with a lead entering the Golden Game has gone on to win. So that's a huge point for Princeton. One more game to 11 for Cho Sung-min and Emmanuel Lebesson. They're even at 1 game all. Princeton has the 8-6 lead. So we know that Eric Owens will have the first selection in the Golden Game. Matthias Habasson will have a chance to reply. And about 100 minutes away from Portland and Carolina colliding in the Season 3 MLTT Championship match. Portland Paddlers at the Final Four for the first time, looking to win their first title. Carolina Gold Rush, their 3rd straight year at championship weekend. The finals for the 2nd year in a row. And of course, they are trying to defend their crown and go back to back.
There's Paul Drinker, the new Texas Smash coach, with Mahesh, the owner, and also Arun Jha, who's father of the top US table tennis player, Kanak Jha. Saw his mother here yesterday, Karuna, as well. Table tennis has been such a big part of their lives as well. I know Arun plays a little bit himself, but of course, Kanak's sister Prachi is also in the US national team.
I actually saw her in Sweden in December practicing in Stockholm.
Yeah. she came to the match in Pleasanton. There's Eugene and Nikhil.
Comparing notes.
Yeah.
So exciting to see the number of aspiring junior hopefuls here at Table Tennis America. Hai Long has just done a tremendous job with the junior program.
1-3.
The rally crew.
The rally crew is always on the top of their game.
If ever you're in a Fitbit challenge or some kind of step challenge, bring your watch and put it on those kids while they're doing this. It's a guaranteed win for the weekend.
Have you done that before? It's pretty deceitful.
Do I look like I have a Fitbit to you, Evan?
5-1. Clear switch 5.
That stalling was bad. Getting 3 points on.
I'm just surrounded by hooligans.
I'm just giving general advice, okay?
I was
Do
thinking.
I need to attach a disclaimer to everything I say on this live stream?
I thought you were going to say put it on your pet for the day, but now you're putting it on the rally crew.
Lebesson men in control here in game 3. Trying to give Princeton the 3-point lead heading into the golden game.
1-7.
You just see the body language with Manu shaking his head afterwards. Very slow start here in game 3.
2-7.
All time, there's not a huge difference in golden game winning percentage if you're up by 1 or up by 3.
8-2.
I feel like I have to wonder if playing for the third position has affected Gardos and Lebesson.
I don't think there's any doubt.
I think last year when Chicago played off in season 2 for third, Lebesson was not playing the match.
Yeah, he took the
said
match
he was
off.
ill. But
lost to the Blasters 21-19 in the golden game. They were down 9-6 going into that golden game. I think Lebesson might have swung that match. He could have gotten the game. Jang, Alex Kazaku, and Damian Provost played singles for Chicago in the third place match last year. Lebesson's had enough.
11-3, 2-1.
Cho-Sung Min takes 2 out of 3 and gives the Princeton Revolution a 9-6 lead heading into the golden game. We've got the penultimate golden game of the 2025-26 MLTT season next. Third place on the line. Order selection moments away.
Jang Guo in second. Koyo Kanamitsu.
Emmanuel Lebesson.
Emmanuel Lebesson in third.
Robert Gardos.
Robert Gardos.
Benedict Ola.
Benedict Ola in fourth. Cho-Sing Min in last.
I'll do Sean Zhang.
Sean Zhang.
Jongwoo Park.
Jongwoo Park.
Jinjin Wong.
Jinshin Wang. Good luck, teams.
Good luck. Let's go.
The ladies are up first. You didn't hear Mo Jong selected by Eric Owens, but that was the opening pick. So it's Mo Jong versus Jang Guo, then Koyo versus Lebesson, Ola and Gardos together again. Cho Sung-min versus Jang, and then Jin and Jung-woo Park in a reprisal of their third
Golden
singles
game.
match. Princeton begins
Chicago
with a
wins the serve.
3-0 lead.
0-3.
Oh, Jang has the serve for this just slim 1-point sequence at the
0-3.
start.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I think Chicago has a pretty decent chance in this lineup.
3-1.
What do you like about how it worked out for him?
Getting the strong players that lost away from, getting Lebesson away from Cho Sung-min and getting him up against Koyo, I think could be helpful for them.
And Koyo
Maybe not.
Koyo is always dangerous when he doesn't feel pressure.
Yes.
He just takes stronger shots and smarter shots.
That's true. Maybe in this situation he's feeling less pressure, but maybe not. We'll see.
But I think tactically, Lebesson's game should pose bigger problems for him just because of the change of angles and the serve and follow.
I just feel like Lebesson can make an imprint here, and I think Gardos will want to set the record straight. And if that happens in this first run, then the point difference closes straight away.
2-2 split for Lebesson and Koyo. Now 4 points here for Ola and Gardos. Ola serves first.
That was
Pizza in the oven.
so smart positionally. Ola still got the opening loop, but Gardos was right on top of it.
Powerful forehand down the line from Ola.
That had Viking tempo written all over it.
Oh, there's a...
That was a heavy push from Gardos.
I mean, he's digging it deep here.
Ola's backhand finding the table. 3 point there for Gardos. 2-2 split for Robert Benedict. And here's Cho Sung-min and Sean Jang.
This is Princeton's
Chance to get
opportunity
three.
Push ahead. Yeah.
I really think in the ladies' match, Chicago will have some settling the score as well.
Sean Jang is not here to mess around. He doesn't care how Cho Sung-min played in the last match.
Nor does he care about your predictions for what's going to happen.
Not many people do.
And a service
Wow.
error from
Apparently the universe also does not care for my prediction.
3 points for Sean Jang. Chicago has erased the early 3-point deficit and tied it up.
Nice little soft touch down the line. A little bit too soft.
Sean Jang somehow finds the table with that seemingly reckless backhand swing.
I mean, we've seen him hit the opponent with the ball. That time, he just got such an extreme angle off of this flip kill.
Talk about going for it. Oh, and an edge ball. Jung-woo Park finds the table.
And the professor had the high ball that you can normally put in the book.
9-0.
One more point for these two players. And Park missed it, so it's 10-10. As we head back to the top of the order, 4 points for Jung Guo and Mo Jang. John, you said you thought Mo would settle some scores.
Absolutely.
After getting swept both days in singles. What gives you that belief?
I just don't think you can keep a good player down. Mo's now won 2 in a row. I think he'll trade a sweep here against a sweep in singles every day of the week.
Really?
Yep.
11 all.
I think 4 points in the golden game.
When the golden game is for everything, yeah. I mean, if she swept in the beginning, the 3-0 to 3-3, it would have been advantage dead already.
12, 11.
Nice change up there from
11, 13.
Jang.
3 out of 4 for Mo. Chicago's got a 2-point lead as Puyo and Lebesson retake the table for their final 4 points in season 3.
They split last time.
Missed it.
Oh, that's a big miss.
14.
Even Lebesson, you saw him, the look on his
Timeout.
face.
Revolution.
I'd rather be lucky than be good on that last one.
For the first time today, Matthias Havasson calls timeout.
Reset. Hey. And Koyo, you don't think about anything. Not about the score, nothing. You just focus like it's practice, okay? You just serve, wait for the ball, patiently look at the direction, and then you go for it, okay? And important, exactly, that's what I like. Yeah, move, be positive there, okay? That's it. And when he's serving after, you take a little time, okay? Good.
Time.
Benedict Ola just yelled out, "Come on, Koyo, it's time to be a hero."
14.
Got a good serve there. Lebesson's return would not crawl over. Well played by Lebesson.
Such a quality wide angle serve, cutting out all the angles. Koyo did the smartest thing he could, which is spin it up, but Lebesson says, I'm stepping around this one, and I can go in either direction.
Yeah, this is the kind of service stuff I talked about when Park was playing against Vincent. That wide breaking angle. You can play a good quality shot, but it doesn't matter. It's the predictable return. It's a good quality ball, but it's...
Look for Gardos right here to play even smarter and safer. He's not going to try anything crazy. He'll play offense. Got a lead to play with.
Big reaction from Ola.
A great run down here by Ola, wide out to the forehand. Keeps the offense. He was going to come in with a monster backhand, but didn't need to as that ball went long.
Ola has cut the gap in half from when he took the table to now. He's got 2 more points to play. Timeout, Chicago.
You need a drink? Okay. What do you feel on the serve?
This normally. One thing, if he gives you middle or half backhand or middle. And he's waiting before. He makes good back.
After the golden game, if you
1 point. I need 1 point.
a red or blue wristband,
Come on, Robert.
that means you
It's got to be hard to coach another coach.
It really is. I find it really
16,
interesting and insightful just to see how you deal with a player with so much experience. You don't want to set him in the wrong direction. There's the safe play by Robert
17,
Gardos.
14.
He does not want Ola to get that first heavy top spin.
So Gardos wins the dink battle at the kitchen there.
Counter dinking.
And a good Gardos backhand
14,
earns the
18.
2-2 split and puts the wind just 3 points away. Jang took 3 out of 4 earlier against Cho, confounding expectations in the process.
Cho with the serve. Look for some instant offense here.
How about that?
15, 18.
Can you see the future?
Well, I just know that Cho has one speed, and no matter what's coming over, you're going to see. Oh my goodness.
Can he do it again?
I don't think Sean will allow him.
He kind of did.
Yeah, I was going to say
18,
the deep push isn't the scariest thing to deal with. Normally you can count on Sean to take a swing as hard as the previous swing that was done to him. He's got the serve though.
Such a huge point for Chicago,
19,
with Princeton trying to claw within 1.
Good work there from Jang playing the redrop.
You just don't see that often.
1 more point for these two, then Jin Wong and Jungwoo Park. Swing and a miss from Cho.
16, 20.
Did a really good job of just getting some motion. You could just see a little movement on that ball.
So Princeton needs a sweep from Jin Wong and then an ultimate golden point from Jungshan Guo. Chicago, after struggling for much of the day, 1 point away, and they've done it! Third place belongs to the Chicago Wind. Jungwoo Park scores the game clinching point to wrap up the golden game for the Wind. Chicago came to championship weekend last year and lost both matches. They come from behind to win the third place game today. 21-16 over Princeton. Disappointing finish for the Princeton Revolution as they fall short in the golden game. Manuel Lebesson will leave with a smile on his face. Disappointing weekend in singles for Robert Gardos, but he won the last couple of points he played against Ola, and that kind of helped to swing the momentum. And Sean Jang winning 5 out of the 8 points he played against Cho Sung Min, unsung hero for Chicago.
I think Sean did an amazing job at the end of this golden game where you thought Princeton definitely had a chance to do a reverse sweep.
I mean, for him to go out and to kind of close down Cho Sung Min, that was crucial. It also feels very poetic to me that Chicago, for the last match of the season, would win on the back of Eric Owens' golden game strategy.
Oh, and Sean, you were right. Mo Jang wins 4 out of the 5 points that she played, and that basically helps them overcome the 3-0 deficit that they started with. Let's talk about it with Eric Owens, the USA Table Tennis Hall of Famer and the head coach of the Chicago Wind. Eric, obviously this is not the match you dreamed of playing here on Sunday, but your team battled, fighting back, and able to come back from behind in the golden game. What's just been your overall thoughts on today and the weekend?
Yeah, I think overall it's been a great season. Obviously, we came in feeling really, really good, feeling confident that we have and we had the team to win. We really thought we would win, and we had a tough match yesterday, but we were able to regroup, find some motivation, and come through today. So even though we didn't win the whole thing, certainly feels good to do better than last season and come out third place.
You know, Eric, obviously you're going to leave with a win, right? That's always good. But any insight to the upcoming draft? Are there any type of players that you're looking for? Is doubles an issue that you're trying to size up? I know it's going to be interesting with the world-class players that are joining MLTT in next season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look at our singles record, it's really, really great. I think we're strong in singles. I think our difficulty through multiple seasons has been double. So, you know, we are drafting one player, so I'm heavily looking at to find someone that can fill that gap, someone that's very strong in doubles, someone with a lot of experience in doubles, but also more importantly that they mesh well with the team, they follow the team culture, and they can pair well with an existing player. So fixing doubles is a very high priority for me.
Eric, obviously when you come into a match and the team loses, a lot of our commentary, we talk about the players going away and how they regroup. I'm sure as a coach, you probably have many lost hours of sleep going through multiple scenarios in your head. Was there anything that stood out to you yesterday that you felt could have been done differently that might have helped you get over the line? Is there anything that you take away from yesterday's match and even today's match where the Golden Game order went really well for you that you're going to try and bring into next season coming to the finals? I mean, you've been to the finals twice now. You've improved on last year's performance. You're probably going to be aiming to improve again next season. Can you give some insights into kind of how you approach these scenarios?
Sure. I mean, I have no regrets with yesterday. I stand by the order that we put in the match and even in the Golden Game. I think Carolina beat us. I think they played absolutely great. I think they were strong. Congratulations to them. You know, I can look at things in hindsight and I could say maybe I should have put Mo against Chen Sun and Sean against Enzo. That's all in hindsight, right? It's, you know, Mo could have come out on top against Enzo like she did against Kokiniwa, and then I'm a hero,
right.
I'm brilliant, right? So it's like hindsight's 20/20.
Of course.
I don't think about it like that. I felt good about the order, and it's a team sport. We need everyone to deliver. I think everybody played great. I think Carolina was better, and they deserve the win.
As someone that has competed against and watched Portland and Carolina, what are you expecting in the championship match that starts in just over an hour?
Yeah, I mean, I think Portland did an amazing job yesterday. They are out their top three players. I don't think anyone expected them to beat Princeton. I think Princeton was the overwhelming favorite, but they came in with nothing to lose, and I think that they should come in with that same mentality. They still have a very, very strong team, but I think Carolina is a stronger team with the current rosters, so we'll see what happens. It'll be exciting, but I think it'll be tough to overcome for Portland.
We shall see. Eric, really appreciate your time and insight today and all season long and throughout the 3-year history of the league. Always a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you make your draft selections and put the team together for season 4.
Great.
Well done on a great season. We'll see you in September.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eric Owens, all class for the Chicago Wind. We did not do Play of the Day nominees last night, so we're going to go back now and show you the Play of the Day nominees through each of the first 3 matches at Championship Weekend as we continue to count down toward Carolina and Portland. I usually say it's the analyst's choice, but since there are 2 of you, you each get a vote, and if I have to break a tie,
okay,
I will.
This was
well,
a
maybe
great
you get to pick.
Important point for Jens. Now, we saw the ladies just going at it toe-to-toe.
Big shout out to the production team also, because I did a little button mashing on this, so they've thankfully gone through and narrowed it down a little.
This is going to be a big forehand, I believe, by Mr. Hernandez, which played a key point. Just keeps bringing it back, gets back into the court. Now he's fighting. Actually, I think this is Ola going to pound it through him next time they go back.
The big forehand was in the Golden Game, I think.
Chen Sun was flawless yesterday.
Yeah. Completely on point.
The good thing is, I already have an idea of which point I'm going to pick.
We might be in agreement there because what I saw, you don't see very often.
This is into today's action now.
Yeah. This was a really good point from Guo Jiangshan. She recovered from the net ball and regained her balance and then just threw in a ton of variations. Yeah, for me, this point was definitely
that was
up there.
A big one. I'm just waiting for
This
Mr.
one was
Lebesson to
crazy.
get back onto the table.
Look at that pickup. His racket was almost on the ground.
You mean literally like diving onto the table?
I think as in
I have to give it to that.
He reached.
That's peak entertainment.
Is it unanimous?
I'm voting for the Cho Sung-min Lebesson.
Yes, I have to.
I
hate to do it to Manu, but it's just actually his reaction to it all made it so much better.
I just think the racket landing on the other side, he should get some credit.
Well, he knew it as soon as the ball hits the table there. You could see it in his face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The net's
He even yelled out as he was going for it in anguish. It was perfect, and he was such a gentleman about it. He was interacting with the crowd a little, and I think it was perfect.
And let housekeeping do their work afterwards as well.
Few get as much credit on a play of the day for losing the point as Lebesson
I
does.
told you, it's the person who loses that is remembered.
All right. In 73 minutes, we'll be back with you for Portland and Carolina. There's a championship weekend countdown show in the 20 or so minutes leading up to the final with Tiana Cohen and Luke Scacchi and special guest, the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill as well.
It's going to be a packed house here. I think plenty of fans coming in.
It's going to be a great afternoon and evening here in the Bay Area as the Paddlers and Gold Rush compete for the third MLTT Cup. Carolina trying to go back-to-back, and Portland trying to cap their historic season with a title. The storylines are rich and compelling, and we look forward to chatting with you in just over an hour for the final. Hadn't seen a Golden Game comeback in quite a while since the beginning of March down in Broward County, Florida. In fact, there had been 13 consecutive Golden Games won by the team in the lead, but Chicago changes that, so who knows, perhaps some wild Golden Game moments still ahead. For Matt Hetherington and Sean O'Neill, I'm Evan Leffler saying so long for now. We'll see you in a bit for Carolina and Portland.